All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the latest edition of Retro Wrestling Revival presents Passion for Pro Wrestling with Brother Martin. That's right, baby. I'm here. We're gonna have some fun. And this is the thing, guys, is I know you've missed me. I know I've had people message me saying, "Hey, Chris, what's going on with the Passion for Pro Wrestling, man? It's a little bit inconsistent, like with their scheduling. Like you're saying you're doing it this time, but you're doing it that time, and vice versa." This is the thing, guys. I'll be blunt with you, and I've always been blunt. And the fact is that I always put family first. And this is the thing: is I love what I do. I'm grateful for the opportunities that you guys have given me within this world of wrestling, like the podcasting and everything else. But ultimately, my family, they come before everything else. So like this past week, Father's Day, like the week before, I was enjoying time with my wife. So whenever I get time, I will do the show. So guys, I'm this is going to be an abbreviated show, which out of respect for Brother John, because he's got another show playing tonight with his dad. So I'm still going to do the Passion for Pro tonight, but we're going to cut out the stories, and like we're going to cut out the SmackDown review. So, which a couple weeks ago I put out a poll for like the next show that you guys wanted to do like a watch along with. And what you chose, if you will, it was Sunday Night Heat. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is a watch along to Sunday Night Heat from August 2nd, 1998. Man, that was a while ago, if you will. August 2nd, 1998. So like we're gonna be doing like that watch along, like we're gonna be having some fun. John's gonna be doing his show by 7:30. So if you will, Brother Martin, we're gonna speed things up. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some great conversations. And I promise you guys by next Friday, we'll be back at full force because I ain't got nothing really planned. Like there ain't no holidays coming up. And as far as I know, the hot fox wife, if you will, Miss Priscilla, she has nothing planned for next Friday night. So we'll be back with the stories. We'll be back with the SmackDown review. It's going to be a fun evening for everybody to have, because I like to say this is for fans by fans. And you know what? From the bottom of my heart, for the individuals that reach out to me and like they tell me how much this show means to them, I like to reciprocate that back, that it means the world to me and John and Richie that you guys spend your time with us. So I just want to say thank you so much with that. And it really means the world to me, and it really means the world to John and Richie, and which I can go on and on. But you know what? We're here to have some fun, and I know it's a tad bit early. It's a tad bit early, if you will. But you know what? We're going to be just watching it tonight, and the lineup for tonight on Sunday Night Heat. Okay, whenever they debuted the show, this is essentially like their B show, and this segment for my show, it's called the B Show Rodeo. So like we're watching B shows. And you know what? They went out swinging, like meaning they went off with a bang, like they completely had a stacked show for WWE Heat. And you know what? I just want to say that I'm going to read off the lineup here. Let me pull it up, ladies and gentlemen. I love you to death. And like we're gonna have some fun here. But I want to know, how's everybody's weekend going? I hope everybody's having a safe, blessed, joyous weekend. And that you're safe, you're blessed, you're joyous, you're full of peace, love, and happiness. You're with people that you really care about, and that there's fulfillment going throughout everything that was within your life. Because you know what? The reason why we wake up every single day is because we're instilled within a purpose to love each other and to better ourselves from the day that we were prior. So I hope that you guys are doing better than what you were yesterday, and I hope we have some fun tonight. All right, so for the lineup tonight, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we're going to have, starting off, we're going to have Edge. You think you know me. We're going to have Edge versus Jeff Jarrett with Mr. Tennessee Lee. We're going to have Darren Draws and the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher, facing Kai and Tai, Dick Togo, and Funaki. D'Lo Brown with Mark Henry facing Ken Shamrock for the European Championship. So we have a European Championship match on the docket tonight. We have the Nation, Owen Hart and The Rock facing Kane and Mankind for the WWF Tag Team Championships. No, wait, hold on. Scratch that. And a WWF Tag Team #1 contenders match. So you know what? Stacked lineup tonight. And this was, I think, the commentary debut with Shane McMahon. We have Jim Ross. We have Jerry Lawler. This is absolute pure Attitude Era. And guys, I can't wait to share it with you. So if you want to, make sure that you pull out the peacock. Yes. So make sure to pull out the cock. Yes, we are like a tad bit vulgar here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. And like you're going to go to WWE Sunday Night Heat on Peacock. This is season 1, episode 1. And I think there's only 2 seasons that they have uploaded so far. So like, it's not going to be like, oh my God, this is going to take forever to find. So heck, just type in, oh wait, hold on. Sunday Night Heat. And there we go. And while we watch this, guys, we can have discussion about what's been going on like within the world of wrestling. Let me know, what did you think about like the debut of Jacob Fatu? What did you think about Joe Henry? What did you think about everything just completely going off this week? It has been an absolute phenomenal week for wrestling. I got to say it, man. It's been a phenomenal week for wrestling. And for me, I would have to say from last Friday night, you had the Hardy Boys reunite. Monday night, you had the debut of like the Wyatt Six. Tuesday, Joe Henry. We had Jacob Fatu on Friday. Dude, wrestling is completely on fire right now. And you know what? I'm so happy that we are along for the ride. Along for the ride, baby, if you will. And hold on a second, guys. I do apologize. The wonderful world of the internet here. I'm trying to get my stuff uploaded. But like I said, let me know what your thoughts are on everything when it comes to when it comes to the world in wrestling this week, because ultimately it's been a historic week for everybody. And you know what? I'm excited. And you know what? Like me and John say, when it comes to a healthy world of wrestling, not only does that benefit the athletes within the ring, not only does that benefit the business in general, but it benefits the fans here, because ultimately we get spoiled, if you will. So I found Sunday Night Heat, like we're getting ready to upload it, if you will. So ladies and gentlemen, go to your Peacock app. Go to, it is season 1 episode of Sunday Night Heat. That's right, baby. So for the ones that participate in the conversation now, I say thank you. For the ones that watch this later, I say thank you, because regardless, you guys are the ones that make this possible. So like I said, make sure you got your heat on, if you will, during this heat wave. Get it, guys? I got to play on words here. Make sure that you got your heat on, if you will, through your Peacock app. And season 1, episode 1. So like we're going to have some fun here. I'm going to count this down. And you guys join me, if you will. This is going to be 45 minutes of fun. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're hit that play button, son. All right. So like we got the intro going on with the WWF that intro, and just seeing like the fans' hands like holding signs, like that just reminds me, guys, how awesome was it back in the day with all of the signs, like with how expressive everybody was. It just completely I miss that. Don't get me wrong, I love the fireflies, I love like the cell phones out and all that, but ultimately there's nothing that replaces signs for me. But ultimately, one of like the throwbacks for me, like with signs, was, let's say that you're not sitting in like the best spot at like a live show, and you got some obnoxious jackass with a sign. Then I would understand, hey, I don't want to deal with that anymore. So I got you like within that aspect, but the expression that these fans shown, absolutely awesome. Right now we got Vince McMahon. He is coming out for the debut of Sunday Night Heat, And Vince McMahon, he is introducing the host and the star of Sunday Night Heat, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Shane McMahon, Shane O'Mac. And speaking of Shane McMahon, he has been in the news lately, if you will. You could take it for truth, you could take it for rumors, for what you will. But the thing is like there's rumors going around that Shane McMahon is going to be a part of AEW. Now the thing is like let's say like this rumor is true. Like let's go with that. If it's true, what do you think the benefits of Shane McMahon within AEW would be? Because I think if Shane McMahon were to be involved with AEW, and if Tony Khan were to let Shane do what Shane does, he could greatly benefit the company. He could greatly benefit the product. And you know what? I think they can become viable again. And I know some people are like, Chris, they're the number 2 company in the world. How are they not viable? This is the thing, guys. I'll be blunt with you. And you know we are always blunt here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. The fact is that it is for a niche audience. And you know what? It's sad that me, John, and Richie, we used to be diehards of AEW. And it's sad that they have gone so far off the trail, so to speak, that we don't even care to watch it anymore. So the fact is that they can bring fans back, but they have to engage and be invested in character development and storylines. And because this is the thing, guys, 14,000 cold matches ain't going to do it. The fact is that Tony Khan, he's a phenomenal matchmaker. I will never take that away from him. However, when it comes to actually putting stories together, he sucks. And the thing is that he has to be a boss. He has to rein the wrestlers in and say, hey, you guys do have your freedom. You guys do have free reign like in certain ways, but ultimately things come down to me. Let's work together. Let's know our boundaries and let's make this company a thriving, successful company. And recently, from what I've been reading, 500,000 people watched the show, which was their lowest rating in the history of Dynamite. And you know what? It's just sad because they have so much talent within that company. And it's just, once again, you can have all these great matches, but if there's no stories to go along with it, the fans are not going to be invested or give a shit. So, just saying. I hope Shane McMahon showing up within AEW. That will definitely greatly benefit the company if Tony Khan is willing to listen to Shane. Because Shane, the experience this man's had within the business and what he knows, very few people have as much knowledge as he does. Because, hell, I mean, he's the son of Vince McMahon. He's the son of the man that literally helped the biggest wrestling company in the world become the biggest wrestling company. And, you know, Shane, he sunk that all in. He soaked that all in like a sponge, good and bad. So, like, right now we got Jeff Jarrett. He's coming out to the ring with Tennessee Lee. Like, he's in the ring right now. And, you know, this is the Ain't I Great Jeff Jarrett. This is the thing. This was right after his run in World Championship Wrestling. I believe it was in 1997. And Jarrett's run in WCW in 1997, which went off like a fart in church. Right now in our Monday Night War series, me and John, we're doing, which we do it normally on Thursday nights. We are going through 1997 right now. And like we are on the road to War Games, and it's just fascinating seeing Jeff Jarrett. Essentially, he's just mixing it up with Mongo McMichaels, and it's just a dragged out storyline. But it's cool seeing Mongo, the progression that he's making, and like we're becoming bigger fans of his. So, but like with Jeff Jarrett, his gimmick is boring as shit. It sucks, and like Jeff even said that he wasn't going anywhere in World Championship Wrestling during that time. So that's why he went back to the WWE. And you have him in 1998 here. I believe he came in like November of 97. And he had like that gimmick where he was dressed up in like that weird outfit. He was part of the NWA stable that, once again, that went over like a fart in church, and it and essentially that didn't work. So I guess Vince McMahon's like, well, like this gimmick idea that you had, it didn't work. So we're going to go back to what I want. And that's the generic Jeff Jarrett, the Ain't I Great star. So like right now we have Edge and Jeff Jarrett in the ring. And it's crazy seeing this young this young Edge. Okay. And it's crazy to think you're watching this match and you're thinking to yourself, wow, Edge is young. And just think the path that Edge forged and he became the legend that he became. I'm just blown away by that. So yeah, like what you call it right now, like we got Shane McMahon. He's on the headset with Ross and with Lawler, and apparently there was a model that he's with that's on like a lingerie magazine, and he's giving it to him. This is the Attitude Era, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely the Attitude Era. So like right now, like we're going back and forth, and unfortunately, they're focused less on the in-ring action, and like they're focused more on the stuff with Shane. And you know what? Sometimes, unfortunately, the matches are secondary, but ultimately, if it's for like a good reason, then I get it. But I do feel most of the time, whenever like the matches are secondary, that it's disrespectful to the athletes that are in the ring. Oh, beautiful, beautiful move. Face first, gourd buster by Edge. Jeff Jarrett kicks out. We got freaking Tennessee Lee out in the he is outside of the ring. He is damn near having a cornea. A cornea? Is that what it is? A coronary. And all right, so like we got Edge, he just clotheslined Jeff Jarrett over the ring. We got Tennessee Lee. He's trying like to wave off Jeff, saying, "Hey Jeff, man, like we can do this, man. Get back in there. You make me that money. You be my meal ticket, if you will, because you are great. Ain't I great, Jeff?" All right. And you talk about useless managers. Last night, me and John, we were talking about Deborah McMichaels being one of the most useless managers of all time. I believe that just like Joe Henry, which I believe in him, by the way, I believe that Mr. Tennessee Lee, he was one of the most useless managers of all time too. All right, so the finish of the match here, we had Mr. Tennessee Lee. He grabbed Jeff Jarrett's leg, tripped him. Edge, he took advantage, and boom, pinned him. 1, 2, 3. One match closer to greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Edge, you think you know him? This was, I believe, right after his run with the Brood. I could be wrong. This is headed into SummerSlam season 1998. The highway to hell, ladies and gentlemen. The highway to hell. That's all right. And the thing is that one of the biggest SummerSlam main events of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. You had The Rock versus Triple H in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. You had, I believe it was Edge and Sable versus, I believe it was Mark Marrow and Jacqueline. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But Edge was put in like a big spot for SummerSlam 98. We got Mario Lopez, and we have a woman named Amy that was his co-worker on the show Pacific Blue. We got DX sitting in the back right now, like they're planning out their strategy for the matches tonight. What's going on, Jason Krantz, brother? How are you doing tonight, man? Because I sincerely hope that you're having a kick-ass fun weekend. We are doing the watch along to Sunday Night Heat, the debut episode on the Peacock, brother. This is an abbreviated episode of The Passion for Pro Wrestling with Brother Martin, but I figured, you know what? Let's do it anyways. Let's have some fun. So, like right now, we got DX that's coming out to the ring with one of the greatest theme songs of all time, if you will. Make sure you break it down. Give them 2 words, okay? And this is the thing, guys. You know, growing up within this era, which I don't know like about you guys, but the fact is that I used to go to school. I used to tell people to suck it, okay? And there's this one time that I was drawing something, and I got actually written up for this. I was drawing a thing like that said Troop 69 on it. And I wrote it out because I saw it on a t-shirt that DX was wearing. And like my parents had to explain to me what that meant. And I got a write-up a few years later because I was wearing the Evolution shirt that said paid, late, and made. So like So I was a little bit of a rebel, if you will. But I definitely hope that you guys are having a fantastic weekend. We got D-Generation next that is being interviewed in the ring with Jerry the King Lawler, X-Pac's China. And, last night me and John were talking about China and how it's a shame, it's a sham, it's whatever you want to call it, that she's not in the Hall of Fame by herself. You talk about somebody that was a barrier breaker, somebody that led, that helped pave the road for modern women's wrestling. China all the way. Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame with DX, but I feel like it's wrong. It's messed up. She should have gone in by herself. But unfortunately, due to politics, due to like the negative views of her doing adult films, even though they used to hire people for Playboy and all that, essentially she was blackballed. But it is what it is, unfortunately. But hopefully China, God rest her soul, her family will be able to get their day to shine, if you will, as China being a solo act. Speaking of somebody else, we were talking about X-Pac and whether he's a Hall of Famer, and like with like the individuals that were on air with us last night, which it was, I think it was like 3-3 that are 2-2 on like the votes on whether X-Pac should be in the Hall of Fame and like which characters should be in the Hall of Fame. I think the X-Pac character should be in the Hall of Fame along with the 1-2-3 kids. So like you can put them together, because the fact is that X-Pac was that workhorse for the WWE for years, where Vince McMahon, he brought in like a brand new star, and it's like, okay, let's see whether this guy, he's worth it. Let's put him in the ring with X-Pac. Razor Ramon was that wrestler before Pac, where he was the measuring stick. Then after that, I hate to say it, and I wish he would have got like a bigger push, but Hardcore Holly was one of those measuring sticks. But yeah, there we go. We got Mr. Jason here. We got Triple H will put her in now that he's in charge. I hope so, brother. I hope so, because ultimately she deserves it. She deserves to have that time to shine like the flower she is, man. All right, so like we got freaking Triple H, man. You talk about oozing machismo, so to speak. You talk about being cool as shit. This is just awesome, man. This is what I love about Peacock, like just nostalgia personified. And just watching DX, which in my opinion is the second greatest stable of all time behind the NWO. And it's funny because like a lot of people are like, oh, no, man, DX is better. Well, think about it. This is like the chicken or the egg argument. If you didn't have the NWO, would you have had DX? Just saying. Because like without the NWO, you wouldn't have had DX, because essentially DX was a response to the NWO. Because you saw Vince McMahon, his product was stale. They were getting their ass kicked. And essentially Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they were like, you know what? We're going to go a little bit more vulgar here, a little bit more real. And you know what? They did it, and it worked in the Attitude Era. You had Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. You had Vince Russo writing the stuff. Honestly, they were firing on all cylinders, ladies and gentlemen. And a big part of it was because of DX. But once again, if it wasn't for the NWO, you wouldn't have had that. And you got women that are flashing the crowd right now. You talk about pure attitude, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So we just had this segment with DX essentially saying that like they're going to freaking kick ass, like they're going to take names, and that no matter who's in charge, they're the ones that are actually in charge. So like it's very interesting and fascinating, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross, he is advertising the Kane and Mankind versus The Rock and Owen Hart. This was towards the end of the Nation's run, and you can tell that The Rock was going to be an absolute megastar, ladies and gentlemen. And like right now, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin that's sitting in the back. And the thing that I love about these B shows, good or bad, is whenever like they debut, they normally have like massive stars for like the first few weeks. And then suddenly, about like 3 months in, then they start to have like the lower mid card guys be like the main stars, but you still watch the intros and you still have like the bigger stars. You still have the bigger stars on the intros for these B shows, but but yet they're not included on it. But it is what it is. Right now, like they're doing a piece on Darren Drozdoff, Puke, and they're doing a play on the Real World show, and it's called Draws's World, and it's a shame, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, like with Darren Drozdoff, like with what happened to him. I feel like he could have been like a massive star. From what a lot of people said, he had massive potential. And it's just a damn shame. And this is the thing about what they say when it comes like to pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. It's not ballet. It is not something that's to be taken lightly. You can get hurt, and that's what drives me nuts whenever people say, "Oh, wrestling's fake." I hate that word. I hate that word because ultimately, no, it's not. Now, is it a performance? I agree 1,000%. Is it predetermined? Yes. However, the risks that these men and women take, extremely real. Last Monday, like they're showing highlights of Val Venus and like you got Gucci-san doing the choppy pee pee. Oh my God, guys, this is huge flashbacks right here. I choppy your pee pee, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so like we got Kai and Tai out, we got Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers, we got Val Venus with Dick Togo's wife. And Val Venus, he's showing off. He's showing off, ladies and gentlemen, and doing like these older watch-alongs and watching wrestlers like Val Venus. I'm starting to really, really like him when it comes to his ability, his promos, his performances, because you know what? Val was very underappreciated, very, very underrated. Now, when it comes to things like his, when it comes to things like his views and his perspectives outside of the ring, I'm not saying that I agree with him whatsoever, but I will respect his right and defend his right to express those beliefs. That's kind of like with Kane, which I believe Kane is one of the greatest big men of all time. But don't ask me to sit down and discuss certain things with him because I believe certain views he has are completely disgusting. But that doesn't discharge the fact or disqualify the fact that I respect his in-ring contributions. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like right now, we got Kai and Tai, Val Venus. He's on stage showing off. And speaking of Mosh and Thrasher, for the individuals that own WWE 2K24, we have the downloadable pack that's coming out, I think, in a few days on Tuesday. It's going to feature Mr. Post Malone, the famous singer, and Mosh and Thrasher, Sherry Martel, and the Honky Tonk Man. So for the people that are big Mosh and Thrasher fans, there you go. You're going to be able to play them on WWE 2K24. And if you love the Honky Tonk Man, and who doesn't love the Honky Tonk Man? You could play as him as well. You could play as Sherry Martel, and you could kick any diva's ass. I'm just saying. That's one of the great ways that fans love to connect with WWE, and when like the show's not on, they like to get their fixes through the video games, and which I'm one of them. All right, so like we're coming back from a commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Freaking Kai and Tai, they are in charge right now, and this was the original incarnation of Kai and Tai. They were a little bit more serious, and then they turned into, let's just be honest, a joke. With Funaki and with Taka Michinoku, with their take on like the Japanese films that had like the dubbed English over it, the D&D gimmick. I thought was funny, but I also feel at the same time you have wrestlers like Taka, who was a purebred athlete, a freaking hell of a wrestler. And essentially it shortchanged him in my opinion. I think like with Taka, like they based like the light heavyweight division around him. I feel like they could have done like a lot more with him. They could have invested so much more. But there's also the argument, like with World Championship Wrestling, like they took a ton of like the cruiserweight talent. So it's very difficult to build a division around someone like Taka whenever there's not when like the talent is essentially slim pickings. So I get it, but I feel like Taka got shortchanged. All right, draws. He's on like a house of fire right now. Like he's scoop slamming everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We got the headbangers. We got draws in the middle of the ring. Boom! They all three got thrown in together. Freaking Kai and Ty, they're getting ready to get their asses whooped, ladies and gentlemen. Another scoop slam by Draws. Draws is saying, it's over with, ladies and gentlemen, if you will. We got the New Jersey nap time by Draws. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And essentially, the New Jersey nap time, it is a modified version of the Pearl River Plunge or the Tiger Driver, whatever you want to call it. And Draws and the Draws with the headbangers, they pick up the win, a big win, ladies and gentlemen, beating Kai and Ty. So far, the show's decent. We got Val Venus. He's coming down to the ring. He's coming down to taunt Dick Togo. He's coming down to say, "Hey, man, I got your woman, man. I am turning her out every single night, if you will. I'm the one that's hitting her pleasure centers, so to speak, and you can't do a damn thing about it." So Dick Togo's like, you know what? I'm going to chop your dick off, buddy. I'm going to chop that pee-pee off. And you know what? I don't blame him for being angry. But at the same time, though, if a woman's going to go cheat 9 times out of 10, the man has to do something to upset the woman to push her into the arms of another man. Dick, what did you do, buddy? Were you traveling too much? Were you picking up women on the side? What were you doing to have her lower herself to being with someone like Val? Come on. Remember, guys, there's 3 sides to every story. Their side, your side, and the truth. And what's the truth, ladies and gentlemen? You know what? I think I should personally message Val and be like, hey, Val, what's the truth, brother? So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a fun time. I really, really do. So apparently Mario Lopez, he's getting Mario Lopez, the actor famous for Saved by the Bell and Pacific Blue. He just got dismissed because he was attacking one of the wrestlers. So there you go. We got the Nation with the Rock and Owen Hart facing Kane and Mankind. And the winner of it will face Stone Cold and The Undertaker. I guess they're the tag team champions at the time. All right. So the next match, ladies and gentlemen, we got D'Lo Brown. Are you down with the Brown? You better recognize facing Mr. Ken Shamrock for the European Championship. Like they're showing highlights of Fully Loaded, and which I'll be honest with you guys, like with me being a teenager at the time, I did have the Fully Loaded VHS, and one of the parts that were that were like a little bit because I wore the tape out. I'll be blunt with you. You know, like we're all teenagers. We were all teenagers at once, but like that part with Sable and with Jacqueline. Whoo, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? And her, like with the pasties on. How are you doing? All right. So, like, ladies and gentlemen, we got the censored bar going over like the highlights for Fully Loaded, and this is pure attitude, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently Vince McMahon, he wasn't too pleased with it. So Jacqueline won the bikini contest because technically pasties aren't a part of a swimsuit, a bikini. So yeah, there you go. That's right. Oh wow. So yeah, like Oh wow. Okay, so like we got Vince McMahon. He is talking down, he is dressing down Sable, saying that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have a job right now. So like therefore, you need to shut your mouth and be happy with my decision making. And it's sad to watch this because guys, unfortunately, from what a lot of people are saying, seeing stuff like this isn't too far off of what the way he really was. I can give Vince all the credit in the world for what he's done for the world of professional wrestling, but as a human being in private, from what many people they have said, he's a monster. So it is what it is. And Sable, of course, she's married to the Beast Brock Lesnar um, right now, and she used to be married to one of me and John's heroes, which was Mr. Mark Merrill, one of the coolest human beings you'll ever come across, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so like we got D'Lo Brown coming out with Mark Henry, ladies and gentlemen, the world's strongest man, sexual chocolate. I think this is right before like his sexual chocolate run, and D'Lo Brown with that vest, so he can protect himself. I don't blame you. And the thing is that D'Lo's injuries, man, some of like the slowest healing injuries of all time. That's kind of like with Bob Orton Sr. Whenever he had like that broken arm and he had it for like 10 years, man. I which I guess he wasn't drinking enough milk. He wasn't eating his Wheaties. He wasn't getting strong bones, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we got the world's strongest man on one corner, and we got the world's most dangerous man, Mr. Ken Shamrock. He's coming out looking fit as a fiddle, looking like a true badass. You talk about somebody because like we've had discussions like this before. You talk about people that missed the WWE like missed the boat on when it comes to future world champions and never won the world title within the WWE. Ken Shamrock is on that list for me. You have people like freaking Owen Hart and Mr. Perfect, Gold Dust, Ken Shamrock. I can go on and on, but the fact is that it's a damn shame Shamrock never won the world title in the WWE. But he was the first ever NWA TNA World Heavyweight Champion, which is pretty cool. Oh, beautiful Japanese arm drag, ladies and gentlemen. We got a D'Lo Brown versus Ken Shamrock for the European Championship. I hope you guys are enjoying the watch along right now. And like I said, for the people that join me right now, thank you. For the ones that join me later, thank you. Right now, we have over 32,000 followers here on Facebook. Me and John, we are extremely grateful, very, very appreciative. And the fact is that we wouldn't be able to have this without you. So thank you. Just as iron sharpens iron, we sharpen each other. We come together as a community, sharing our passion for pro wrestling and just having fun because we want to just come together and through our shows, give you guys an escape, a weekly escape just to focus on something that's not as serious. And for you guys like to realize that you deserve a break. And we want to be the ones that give you a break. Okay. Like the fact is that you guys take time out of your busy schedules just to listen to us and like watch us. We don't take that for granted. We appreciate it. So thank you so much to every single person that likes, shares, that subscribes, that watches our streams live and not live. Thank you. We are so grateful. All right. So like we got Steve Blackman on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Shamrock and D'Lo Brown, like they're going at it. Oh, beautiful elbow off the top rope for D'Lo Brown. Cover 1-2. Shamrock kicks out. And Shamrock, he's determined to win that European Championship. This is the thing. Shamrock, I believe, he won 2 titles within the WWE. He won the Intercontinental Championship and the Tag Team Championships. I don't know whether he won the Hardcore title or not. I think he might have. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. All right. So, like, we got D'Lo. He's switched. Boom. Shamrock. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Oh, Shamrock, he couldn't capitalize on the belly-to-belly. Like, that could have been the 1-2-3 that could have brought him the European Championship. That could have brought him gold, riches, more money beyond his wildest dreams. That could have given him access to glorious 5-star hotels in the finest cities in Europe, like Paris But you know what? He couldn't do it. He couldn't garner the strength, the internal strength. Beautiful Hurricanrana by Kent Shamrock, ladies and gentlemen. It should not be that way. Oh, we got Dan Severn, the Beast, Dan Severn, the original Beast. Dan Severn, he's attacking the European champion that throws the match out. D'Lo was smart because guess what? He retains the championship, ladies and gentlemen. He retains the championship. He's still the champion of Europe. He still has access to all the beautiful things that Europe has to offer, okay? Thanks to that, guess what? Let's say he gets pulled over on the Autobahn. You're like, Chris, there's no speed limit on there. I don't give a shit. If he gets pulled over on the Autobahn for speeding, he shows the European championship. Boom! He doesn't get a ticket. You're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Severn just cost Shamrock the European championship. Shamrock is pissed off. And you know what? Where will this lead, ladies and gentlemen, between Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock? And the beautiful thing is, guys, is that I'm going to put out every single week a post, a poll. You guys will be able to choose where we go next on our B Show Rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to do like the second episode of Sunday Night Heat, vote for it. We're going to do, we do Shotgun Saturday Night. We're doing Velocity. We're doing the NXT incarnation from 2012 post Florida Championship Wrestling. So guys, we have a ton of awesome content that like we're going to be doing. The last watch along we did, it was the original episode of the NXT brand from 2012. You know, guys, this has just been an absolute blast. So here we go. We got Paul Bearer. He's talking for Mankind. He's talking for Kane, saying Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker. Guess what? Your ass is grass. We're going to smoke it. Yes, I'm quoting X-Pac for Paul Bearer, but it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to have fun. All right. So, all right. Bart Gunn is with Shannon Moakler. He's with Shannon Moakler, which Shannon, she's famous for the show Pacific Blue, but she's also famous because she was married to the drummer of Blink-182, which is Mr. Travis Barker. Travis Barker, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little Blink-182 trivia for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so like right now, like they're showing highlights of the Brawl for All, and you would think that something like this would be like a stepping stool, would be like a rocket being strapped to the ass of somebody that would win it because it shows that they're like truly like a tough guy. But no, it was actually the Albatross that took Bart Gunn down, and essentially it destroyed it. It destroyed his career. So like essentially he got punished for doing good, which is messed up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Kane, man. This is my favorite version of Kane, an absolute badass. We got Kane with Mankind with Paul Bearer, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said earlier, I love Kane. I think he's one of the greatest big men of all time. But when it comes to his personal views and like his personal perspectives, I have very little respect for him on that. But Mick Foley, on the other hand, he's the polar opposite, where I love him to death with his perspectives outside of the ring as well. But I've met Mick Foley, absolute amazing human being, one of the nicest wrestlers that I've ever met. I would say like it's like a three-way tie, guys, because I've met Eddie Guerrero, I've met Mr. Karrion Kross, and Mick Foley. The three nicest wrestlers that I've ever met. Awesome human beings. Ricky Steamboat was awesome. So was Teddy Long. I can go on and on. Just awesome wrestlers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Nation coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, we got The Rock. The pie-eating, jabroni-beating, heart-stopping, elbow-dropping, lock-stocked, eyebrow-cocked, people's champ, The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. And this was August of 1998, guys. Just remember, 2 months after this, no, wait. So 3 months after this, you had Survivor Series with the Deadly Games tournament, and that christened The Rock the face, one of the faces of the WWE. I would have to say like 1A and like 1B, and like the 1A was Austin, like the 1B was The Rock. Every single generation has that because you look at it now, the 1A and like the 1B, I would have to say it is Roman and Cody. Before that, it was Cena and Randy Orton. I mean, just I can go on and on. But before that, I have to say it was Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, Hogan and Macho. The new generation, you had Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. So like I can go on and on, like the 1A and like 1B stars of the company. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the start of the number one contendership match for the tag team championships. This crowd, they are hotter than they are warmer than swamp ass in the middle of the desert. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got Owen Hart, the legend, and it breaks my heart because less than about 6 months after, well, hold on. No, about 9 months after this, Owen, we would lose him. And you know what would be like a great conversation piece? Was was Vince McMahon right for continuing the show at Over the Edge 99? I personally believe that they should have stopped the show. I thought Vince McMahon was being disgusting when it comes to not wanting to refund the fans. And the fact is I know some people, they're like, Chris, if you were in that situation, you wouldn't know how to react either. Well, the fact is that yes, I would. The fact is that someone that I greatly cared for has passed away. I'm not going to force wrestlers to go out there and perform knowing they can't give 100%, knowing that something more serious and urgent is there. And you know what? I'll send them back to like their hotel rooms or wherever and say, hey guys, you need like to take your time. You need to decompress. You need to let this all sink in and really, you need like to call your loved ones. You need to do this. You need to do that and focus on what's really important. Just saying, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Kane. He's choking the Rock. This version of Kane, like I said, was absolute badass. I loved it. I have to say, I think he used this version from like 97 to 99. But the fact, no, he used it in 2002. Okay, I take that back. And he reinvented himself in 2001. And he reinvented himself in 2002. Then in 2003, he took his mask off. Yeah. I mean, Kane, he reinvented himself quite a few times. And like right now, we got the fans like they're screaming and shouting nugget at Owen Hart. Owen, like he's trying to cover his ears. He's like, I'm not a nugget. I'm not a nugget, damn it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so all right. So like Kane, he blocked like the Rock shot. Like Kane, beautiful clothesline off the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. You talk about the agility of Kane for being such a big guy. Man, that's amazing. And it's kind of like we were having a discussion the other night about Yokozuna, Bam Bam Bigelow. We were talking about all these bigger guys that were so agile. And you know what? Kane's up there. Absolutely phenomenally agile big guy. And like right now, we got Owen and The Rock, like they're teaming up right now. The Rock's doing his stomp. And the thing is with like The Rock stomps here, it's almost like he's shaking something out of his leg before he hits somebody. And it's just really, really odd. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, The Rock, he's got Mankind in the corner, smacking and whacking him. There we go. Beautiful. Mankind, he's responding back with the punches to the face. He's putting The Rock back in the corner. The Rock blocks it, lays it up. Boom, smacks right in the face for Mankind. Mankind, he's getting his head right into the boot of Owen. Owen, he gets tagged in by The Rock. They're double teaming. Owen, he keeps headbutting Mankind. They're staying on top of him like they're weakening him, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Oh, a missed spinning heel kick by Owen. Mankind, beautiful, double underhook DDT. and this thing, guys, hot tag time. Mankind, he's been blown up. He's been completely diminished. He's been depleted because of the double team. Come on, Mankind. Tag in Kane. Boom. He's got the hot tag. Kane, he comes in. The big red machine. He's going to take ass, and he's going to kick ass and take names. Kane, he's got Owen in the corner. He's like a house of fire, ladies and gentlemen. And beautiful. He bounces Owen off the turnbuckle. Beautiful double choke drop. And you know what? Kane, he's like a house of fire right now. He's bouncing Owen off the ropes. Big boot. Owen's thinking to himself, you know what? Should I reconsider my job? Should I reconsider my career, ladies and gentlemen? And he misses the clothesline. Oh, he's got him by the goozle. He's choking him. Owen, he's kicking Kane in the knees. And Kane, beautiful enziguri by Owen. Kane is down to both of his knees, ladies and gentlemen. He's a big old guy. He's like a redwood. You got to knock him down. Owen's jumping off the top rope. Beautiful double drop kick. Missile drop kick, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2. Kane kicks out, ladies and gentlemen. And he kicked out with authority, ladies and gentlemen, according to Shane McMahon. And this is absolutely fast-paced action. Beautiful. He's got him by the goozle again. Kane choke slams Owen Hart. Will this be the end, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Uh-oh, here we go. Kane's getting ready to go to Tombstone. The Rock comes in to save his partner, Owen. And The Rock's like, bitch, you're not going to give that Tombstone. You're not going to give away that tag team championship opportunity. I want to be a double champion, ladies and gentlemen. That's what The Rock's saying. He's like, more money, baby, more power. All right, here we go. This is turned into like a Pier 6 brawl. Both Kane and Mankind are attacking Owen on the outside. The Rock's going out to save Owen. This is turned into like a Pier 6 brawl, ladies and gentlemen. And the rep is counting to 10, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you can't get that tag team championship opportunity by counting out. And Owen Hart, he got into the ring just in time. His instincts kicked in, and guess what? Owen Hart and The Rock, they are the new number one contenders for the tag team championships, which they will be facing. They'll be facing Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen. A golden opportunity. Will The Rock become a double champion? I'm just saying, guys. Double champion, ladies and gentlemen. But will he be able to focus because of his upcoming match at SummerSlam against Triple H? In that ladder match, ladies and gentlemen, for the Intercontinental Championship. Will he be too distracted by Triple H's antics to do what he needs to do? All right, so we got Stone Cold Steve Austin. And this is the thing, like with Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, ladies and gentlemen, like he's wait, The Undertaker. I apologize. He's talking about The Undertaker because like they're currently tag team champions. They're currently tag team champions, and it's one of those things to where strange bedfellows. It's like, okay, we're tag team champions, but can we coexist? I don't think they can, because they're going down the highway to hell, ladies and gentlemen, because like they're going to be facing each other for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. There's no way that you can coexist that way. I'm sorry, but you can't. So, yeah. So Stone Cold says, regardless of who you are, I don't care what side you're on, once the bell rings, you're going to get your ass whooped, which I agree 1,000%, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So Michael Cole, he's starting to piss off Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end to Sunday Night Heat, the debut episode. I hope you guys had a absolute blast, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I'm going to bring back the show on Friday. We're gonna have We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do our 3 stories. We're gonna do our SmackDown review. And like the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown has been absolutely phenomenal lately. Raw's been phenomenal. NXT, everything. And the thing is guys, we've been absolutely spoiled as wrestling fans lately. So like the fact is like I said, when it comes to the Retro Wrestling Revival, we are for fans, by fans, but if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. This brand, it continues to grow. We are at over 32,000 followers on Facebook. We got our radio show on WDJYFM.com, which is from 9 to 10 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. So guess what, guys? Like at 9 o'clock tonight, go to WDJYFM.com. Check out our show, if you will. Every Saturday and Sunday, go get your wrestling fix that way. But you know what? This is the thing. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, for the individuals that join me live, thank you. For the ones that are going to listen to me later, thank you. Every single person that participates in the process helps this brand grow. And if you guys have a brand that you want to promote, you have a forum, you have a page, anything wrestling related, let us know. We will gladly promote it, because yes, our brand is growing, but we're not going to be like some people to where like we're so big that like we're not good enough to help others out. The fact is that we've been blessed with the bigger platform that we're getting, which we've grown, by the way, so we can help lift up others. So that's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, this was an abbreviated episode of the Retro Wrestling Revival presents the Passion for Pro Wrestling with Brother Martin. Next week, I'm going to come back with the full 2-hour episode. But like I said, John and his dad, they're going to be doing a watch along to Leave It to Beaver, which I hope that you guys can check that out as well. Which, out of respect for John, which I've abbreviated this week. So, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope everybody has a safe, blessed choice, and a wonderful weekend, and a wonderful week to come. Yours truly, you will see me again on Thursday with John. We'll be doing the Retro Wrestling Revival Monday Night War Watch-Along series, and you're going to see me next Friday. So, guys, get your wrestling fix in. And yours truly, which I post content damn near daily for the page. Rare matches, hidden gems. I post botch videos. I post wonderful promos. I post everything wrestling related that you can imagine. There's no wrestling fan page on the internet that's more eclectic than ours. I guarantee it. So the fact is that we are for fans, by fans. We are here for you. As iron sharpens iron, we sharpen each other. And me and the Hot Fox wife, we're getting ready to go see a movie tonight. We're gonna go see the Bikers movie with the guy that played Elvis. I'm excited to see that, but I definitely hope that you guys are blessed, you're joyous, like you're staying cool, because I know like there's a huge heat wave going on, and that you're just focused on what's important the most. What's the most important, which is your friends and your family and your loved ones. The fact is that wrestling's nice, guys, but focus on what's most important, and like that's family, your health, your job, the roof over your head, all that stuff. So like I said, we're just here for that momentary escape, but I want you guys to focus strictly. Yes, the escape's nice, but everything else you still got to take care of. So guys, I love you. Be careful, be safe, have a wonderful weekend. Peace.